Society Stitchers. I'm Katie.
I'm Laura.
We are the Black Needle Society, and Happy New Year's Eve. We are filming 2 videos today. We're starting with our Christmas 12 days of stitching wrap up, Christmas in winter. So yeah, do you want me to go first since Mom's not entirely sure?
I have pictures.
Okay.
So bad pictures on my phone. This is one of my finishes. This is Frosty by You and I and Friends. And the other one I worked on that day was Nick by Holly Designs. And he's a cute little finish. And he just took me a couple hours to finish up.
So my first project, so these are going to fall out of order here very quickly. I'm just going to tell you that. My first project was the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas wreath. And I did not make a ton of progress. I've been making progress throughout the year, so I didn't feel bad about this one not making quite as much progress.
I love the ornament up here at the top, which I think is where you're working.
That's what I stitched. That's all that I stitched.
Well, it's very pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so one of my whips was Reindeer Dreams by Rosewood Manor, and I know they look upside down. It's because it's the bottom border. And I really didn't do very well because those silly reindeer, I put them in, I took them out. I put them in, I took them out. I just could not get them to be in there. They were ready to prance away.
I think my next one was Holly Jolly Christmas from Sisters and Best Friends.
Old one.
And I made lots of progress. When I started, I just had this swirl, not even the rest of it, just the swirl to start. And it was Jingle Ball weekend, and I stitched
like a mad woman.
However, I then found out that I messed up like a mad woman as well. So this one is not completely finished. I probably could have finished it, but it's just not finished because I have to go in and rip a little bit and figure some things out. But I'm going to keep most of my mistakes in there because, yeah.
Another one that I have is Deck the Halls from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and I'm doing this on a snowball fabric. And I put in the word bake, and I finished up the gingerbread man and started the present that's on there over here on this side. So that's that.
Okay, we are into, I don't know what came next territory. So I'm going to show you the piece and the project all at once. It is Humbug from Hello from Liz Mathews.
This is such a pretty one.
And I think I could probably finish this if I just sat down for a couple more hours. It went really fast. And it was in our A Christmas Carol book from last year's nice list box.
See? So fun. Next up for me, I have, and these are not in order on my phone. The ones when I get over here will be mostly in order. I worked on an ornament from, these are all from the 1998 Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. And the last one I worked on is Joy by June Grigg Designs. And I got a lot of it done. Hopefully next year I will get that one all the way done.
My next one is the one that I stole time from other projects so I could finish it because I wanted to finish 3 in 3 years and I did it. It is Fa La La Mingo from Hands On Design. I couldn't get that word out.
It's so cute.
I love it. And so I have all 3 of my flamingos done.
And what fabric did you use for them?
I used Water Lily.
Okay.
From Witchelt. And it was really nice to work on for these.
Water Lily is a really beautiful color. And I just saw, I have 2 other colors in my stash, Sea Lily and one other.
It was Water Lily, I think.
So, but just pretty ones. So next up for me is Repeat the Sounding Joy. This is actually the first one I worked on. And this is from Barrick. I was struggling with this a little bit because the water does not look the same blue, but I have the silks and I am just going with it. So I got a lot in on it. It still doesn't look like anything, but this is a 40 count fabric and it's one that I really have to concentrate and work with.
My next piece is This Joyous Season from Plum Street. There we go. We have reflection today.
We have a
And
nice bright office.
we do.
The blessings here.
And this, it was a new start piece for me. This is how far I got.
That fabric color is yummy.
Yes, I think it's gonna be really pretty on here, hopefully.
You'll probably really enjoy working on it because it's so pretty.
Yeah.
My next one is Silent Night by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I wanted to make sure that my church was going to show up. So I used a little darker fabric. And I'm still just on the outline, but I got a lot in. And I even put a little etoile in down there at the bottom, the white.
My next piece was, I think the one I neglected so I could work on my flamingos more, is Jack Frost Tree Farm by Little House Needleworks.
Which is a really cute one that we both love.
And this is my big progress on it. It was a new start. It was a new start this year.
And look at all the sparkle.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
My next one is First Day of Christmas Tree and Sampler Tree by Hello from Liz Mathews. I'm doing the sampler, but I'm kind of combining the color palettes because of the fabric color I'm using, which we think is Caramel Macchiato by Fiber on a Whim. I finished that bottom border and I worked on the partridge quite a bit, got in the rest of the wing and the outline of the body, which you're not seeing yet, but you will when it's done.
My next one, I have to find the right one to show you all, is Holly and Hearts from Lizzie Tate. It was a 3-part mystery series, which is why I have 3 patterns in here. And this was year 2 of working on it. And I got this far.
So pretty.
So again, I think just a little more time and I could probably have that first part finished. Can we have another Christmas that I can get some more done?
July. No, we'll be busy then. My next one is Roseair Blooming by Summerhouse Stitchworks. I really love this one. One of my favorite Christmas carols. And I finished out the flowers in the border and I did the big swirl that started in the middle. I only worked on this one day.
My next one, still have not made good progress on this 3 years later.
It's so cute.
It is. It's Deck the Halls by Satsuma Street.
Last year was the year of how many Deck the Halls projects can we start?
And this is my progress. I'm doing it. I think it's on like truffle, something truffle from
truffle,
maybe from Color and Cotton. Yeah, it sounded like it should be a brown from the fabric name, but it's this beautiful purple. So there you go.
My next one is Christmasland by Raise the Roof. I love this. And I got in quite a bit because I worked on what I'm calling the schoolhouse over here. The part closest over here. And the snowman. And I did have to take out some of the stars above because I moved over and put them in the wrong place.
My next one was Peace and Light by Satsuma Street. This one is so much smaller than I thought it was going to be. But it was really fun to work on. I really enjoyed it. And this was a new start. So there you go.
It's so cute. All the little candles.
I'm waiting on a Krynic to come in, so this one can't be finished for a while anyway.
Okay, my next one is Beggars Christmas by Threadwork Primitives. And I'm doing this one on a 40 count linen from Picture This Plus. So it is tight, tight, tight. And I worked and worked and worked and finished the whole bottom, the gold on the bottom, and started up the side. And I did make it to the top corner. So I'm pretty happy with that. You can see where the bird will sit in there, but it just really is a fun one.
My next one is Blessings Be Thine by Blackbird. And I moved on to the second row of alphabet this year. This was one of those really busy days. I think this was around our holiday party was why I did not get stitching in.
I just think you were trying to get everything done and taken care of. And
Yeah.
then I have Home for Christmas by Plum Street, which I got when we went on our trip. And this one, I worked some more on, I'm just doing brown, I guess, that's all I'm doing. But I got the rest of the line across here. Plus I did all of this, and I stopped here because that's where my floss ran out. And it was just time.
Okay, my second to last one, You Melt My Heart by Annie B's Folk Art.
So cute.
And this was also a new start.
This is the one that you had to find the fabric for.
Yeah,
right?
this is a piece that I had randomly purchased at the cross stitch shop that happened to be in my Christmas stitching bag because we had brought it along with us that day and I just shoved my purchase in there. So it was like fate. It was meant to be.
My next to the last one is my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers. And I'm doing mine on this fabulous piece of fabric. And everybody, okay, I know I had some people who were concerned, so I'll show you. Yes, it's folded in half. I really have plenty of fabric. And I worked down here at the bottom and I had part of the bed in, but I finished Time for Bed, the whole row, during an impromptu chat that we did.
Okay, my final one is shut down here a little bit. Was a new start. It is Santa Claus from Birds of a Feather.
And this is what you worked on during that chat, right?
No, this is what I worked on Christmas.
Okay.
You Melt My Heart is what I worked on. During
yeah,
the
yeah,
chat.
yeah.
So this was my Christmas Day stitching.
You got so much done.
It's because I watched a lot of movies. I watched the whole Santa Claus series on Disney Plus. I then watched White Christmas was the last movie I watched. Oh, and then I watched the new A Christmas Story Christmas in between there. So all of this during all of that.
Really cute.
It was my Christmas gift to myself to sit and do nothing for a day.
I worked on Early Christmas Morning. Isn't that appropriate? From Blackbird Designs. And I didn't count this at the beginning, but I finished this.
Woo!
And it's just the top that I have done right now. I changed it. Instead of putting a year on it, I put my initials, and Katie and I charted that out together. And this one is a big pin cushion, so I'll have a band that I'll put around the side. But I really like this. I forgot I finished this. That's so fun. And that's the end of mine.
That's the end of 12 days. I'm done. So we hope that you guys had fun. We really enjoyed opening up the gifts with you every day, and we will definitely be back next year to do this. So if we don't see you until then, we'll see you.